Hi there, in this video we're demonstrating the transfer of cargo, which is represented by a unit between two carriers. So the cargo will load into the first carrier, then it will unload from the first carrier and will transfer himself to the second carrier. To demonstrate the transfer of cargo represented by a unit, this test mission has been created. On this mission you find two APCs, which is actually playing the role as a carrier. So you got a carrier from where the engineer will transfer himself to the carrier to. The engineer is the cargo represented by a unit. Let's have a look how this is scripted. So let's open the script, Moose test missions, cargo, and then CGO-003 cargo transferring. Here's the Lua file of the script. So, as I explained in the two videos before, we got an engineer which is in the role of cargo unit. So we give the engineer as a parameter and a couple of other parameters here. Then we got two carriers, a carrier from and a carrier to. And now we're going to do something really very interesting and very funny. As I explained, the cargo is a state machine. That means that a state machine is basically a kind of module that allows for asynchronous processes to be executed, and you can catch, depending on which state the state machine is in, you can catch the state or the event that has been fired, and you can tailor that with your own logic. Now, I'm not really here going to explain how the AI cargo unit is working. For that there will be another video internally. But just know that the infantry cargo has a trigger event board, as explained in the first video. And here I am commanding the infantry cargo to run to the carrier from and board. Now, the interesting part is once that cargo is being boarded into the carrier from, then the finite state machine of AI cargo unit will fire an event. So it will say, I am loaded. I am at a carrier. And you can catch that event by you can catch the state, right, transition by developing this function. You say, for the infantry cargo, catch the event on enter loaded. So when the infantry cargo gets to the state loaded, execute this code. So what I'm saying here now is, the infantry cargo will be represented by self here. So it's the same object. So I'm saying, onboard yourself. So there is another trigger event, and this is an asynchronous triggered event. So onboard yourself within 1 second, right? And then it will onboard itself back from the carrier, and then it will say, once it gets unloaded, so when it is onboarded, I can then say, okay, transfer yourself now to the other carrier 2 and board there asynchronously. So what I've done is I've created another event handling function here that catches the event, okay, when the infantry cargo is unloaded, then I'm going to board himself in 1 second to the cargo carrier 2. Okay, this may be a bit too complicated still to understand for the novice Lua developers, but we'll get there once the finite state machine has been completely explained. But for the moment I want to give some wow effects. So this is one. Let's look at the demo how this is working. Yeah. So here we are in the demonstration. I'm going to the overview here, and you see now, because the board trigger had been fired, you see the engineer running to the first cargo and unload itself again, and now it's running to the second carrier. So here we go. It's a bit of a distance. I should have, you know, I accelerate the speed here, so that's why it's running faster. Yeah. So basically it's nothing spectacular, but just understand that because you are able to develop these scripts in a different way, you're actually able to catch those state transitions and build your own events. You can actually do anything in these functions, right? You could say, when I'm loaded, run the carrier towards another point, for example. Or you could say, when the cargo is being loaded, get in a helicopter so that you know, you can start transferring that cargo towards another helicopter and do a transfer. Now in another video a bit later, this scenario here, so the transfer, is actually been developed also within the cargo class using a event trigger method called transfer. But that will be demonstrated in group transferring here. Okay, thank you for watching.